So I would like to thank Swamiji and the panel for giving me this opportunity to share about Sanskritam and why we need Sanskritam and why there is so much talk about it. I'd like to start with a shlokam which is in Sanskrit about Sanskrit. So it says, Sanskritam deva bhashasti, veda bhasha cha Sanskritam. Prachina jnana bhasha cha Sanskritam bhadra mandanam. So that basically says, it is the language of the gods, which we have always heard. But they are mostly saying it is a divine language. Not that the gods in the heavens are speaking. Yes, probably. There is no attestment for that, right? So we would consider it as it is a divine language. And our Vedas are in Sanskrit, that also we know. And we know it is Prachinam, it is very old, very ancient. We all know that. And the last part is, it says, Sanskritam Bhadra Mandanam. It brings about prosperity. So how is that? Why not some other language? Why is it said about Sanskrit? For that, I would like to say the definition of Sanskrit itself, which is Samyak Kritam iti Sanskritam. That which is well done, well refined. That's what is Sanskritam. So that is why it brings prosperity. But still the question is how? Just because it is well refined, why is it going to bring me prosperity? And the topic also today is also problem solving. How is it going to really help me? So for that, in CIF, Varunacharya, he also gives a beautiful explanation about what is Sanskrit and how it comes about. So basically, if we talk about the historians, they say Sanskrit is about 3,500 years old. But Shastra says it's Prachinam, it is Anadi. How? It is a mismatch, right? So let's take it this way. Human beings have a beginning. How can a language have no beginning? So there is a conflict again. But the explanation for that is that when the rishis started meditating, they saw that the whole prapancham, the drishya prapancham, was nothing but a bunch of vibrations. And when they resonated with these vibrations, they realized that the vibrations, those sounds were existent ever since the universe came into being. Right? So what they said is, from those vibrations, let's extract some roots. That extractions, they called it as dhatus in Sanskrit. So those very roots are resonating with the actual existence of those objects itself, so we are getting them in the purest form. So that makes them Anadi. Whenever the world came into being, which according to Shastra is Anadi, makes Sanskrit Anadi, so that is correct. Then what happens? They use these dhatus into making words. So words are literally like puzzle pieces, two blocks stuck together made a full puzzle. So words were made like that. I'll give some examples for that. Khagaha, my favorite example, I keep talking in class. Khagaha, khe gacchati iti khagaha, that which goes in air. So it could be an aeroplane also, or a paper plane that I fly. But the Rudi reference of khagaha word is for a bird, that which goes in the air. So it's not just a random reference, look, something is flying khagaha. They didn't say that. That which goes in the air. Then next they said uraga, that which moves with its chest. Any guesses?
Snake.
Uragaha.
Snake.
Snake. That which moves with its chest. So we don't need to just know the reference of the terminology, but it gives an attribute of the object itself. That is what makes Sanskritam special. It's not any just random reference. So I'll give you a few more examples. Padapaha. Padat pibati. That which drinks from its foot. Any takes? That which drinks with its foot.
A plant?
Plant. A plant drinks with its feet. So Padapaha is a plant. And then we have Bharata. We have seen this reference multiple times in Bhagavad Gita, right? Bharata. We attribute it to, okay, that is Arjuna's name. Bharata means Arjuna, Bharata means Arjuna. But the very word means Bharataha, one who revels in knowledge. So it instantaneously changes the perspective to myself. So Arjuna Vishada Yoga becomes relevant to me when I see it that way. So that is where we would have to apply the meaning of the words to ourselves. So we are, even though we are not in India, we are still Bharatas now, right? This is Bharata. If we are reveling in knowledge, this becomes a Bharata itself. Then many other common terminologies like Jalaja, that which is born in water. Lotus, technically a fish also. But that again, Rudi, we apply to a lotus. Andaja is a bird that comes out of an egg. And then We have payoda. Payam dadat. Paya is water. Dadati is gives. That which gives water. Cloud. Payodhi. That which holds water. Samudra. Right? The samudram holds the water. So payodhi becomes the word for samudram. Like this, many, like, you can go on with every word. It is amazing, it just dawns on you. And my most favorite moment is Swamiji was teaching Viveka Chudamani a couple months ago before we broke off, and there came a sentence where it says, Pushyat yukshati avati vishayaihi tantubihi koshakridvat. And that koshakrit, I had never heard that word. But I was so excited because it was a giveaway, it was an open secret, I should say. Because kosha is a sheet, we all know the pancha koshas, right? So krit is one who makes it. Tantu is thread. So put the words together, one who makes a sheet with threads. Who's it?
Weaver.
Huh?
Weaver. Weaver.
One other thing, one other organism that makes a sheet with threads.
Spider.
No, sheet. It doesn't make a sheet. It makes
Web.
a silkworm. It wraps itself around with the kosha, right? With the tantu.
Silkworm.
It's a silkworm. So what we do, that is the explanation. We, nourish our Vishaya Asakti and we bathe our Vishaya Asakti and, we make it progress nicely, just like a silkworm does it with its threads. So we are binding ourselves. But when he was reading it, the meaning dawned on me and I was so excited. Because I didn't have to look for a dictionary because the words I knew already were enough to provide the meaning for me. So such is the greatness and beauty of Sanskrit. We know a few here and there words, we are able to make out a deeper meaning and connect better. When we connect at that level, there is no way but to interact at a more graceful, gracious level than at a superficial random reference level. Don't you think so? So that brings us to, okay, where is it helping me in problem solving? Where are my problems and what are we talking about? Problems can come on many levels, right? First is Adhyatmika level, we'll leave that topic up to Swamiji. Then we'll talk about our Vyavaharika level. They say, he met her, she met him, they both got married and then the problem started. Right? The most cliched of the jokes. But then what was the problem there? Because when they got married, both wanted to be MVPs. Right? Both want to be the most valuable person in the family. But they have a solution for that in our Sanskriti. Right? What they do, at least in South India, I don't know about the North, as soon as the couple is married, they show them the Arundhati Nakshatram. Right? And they say that is the ideal way to be. Well, the wife says, Arundhati is more important, so I get to be MVP. Right? But then husband says, sorry my dear, head of the family is the husband, so head is more important, so I get to be MVP. We are in a clash again, right? So what happens, the problem is we didn't understand the concept of the Arundhati Nakshatram itself. The Arundhati Nakshatram system is such a beautiful system. They found out how it functions in the late 1600s, after telescope was invented by Galileo and all that. They figured out the functionality of Arundhati. But the Arundhati reference in our parampara has been coming for ages and eons, right? And they figured out Arundhati Nakshatram is a binary star system. The only star system visible to our telescopic periphery that is a binary star. We have only one sun, right? This star system has two stars and it's not one in the middle, one other rotating around. It is called Alcor and Mizra in English. And the funniest thing, they revolve around each other. So that means both are MVPs. Sir, you are MVP, madam, you are also MVP. So not interrupting each other. So both of you are MVPs and you revolve around each other. That is the solution. So they showed this in our Shastras ages ago. Problem solved. Okay, next step, children happen. Problem again, right? What do we teach them? Oh, Vedic math. Right now that is the hottest thing going around. Oh wait, Vedic math is afterwards, but before that, I have to take care of them, I have to teach them. I have to make them learn how to talk first. Where can Vak Shuddhi be better than with Sanskritam? right? And as we all know, my mom used to always say this, which her teacher told her, Sanskrit is like tamarind that washes copper vessels. It brings out the actual shine of it, taking out the tarnish out of it. So Ucharana of Sanskritam is so beautiful that it cleanses the Vak Shuddhi, it comes automatically with that. When we pray, like to Hanuman, give me Vak Shuddhi, it comes when we do the Sanskritam pronunciation automatically. In fact, the speech therapists today, they are using a lot of Sanskritam techniques. They don't claim it, they don't give attributions, which is sad, but they are using all those techniques, right? Then comes, okay fine, but baby didn't come with a manual, problem again, how will I take care of the baby? For that we have a shloka. Lalayet panchavarshani, dashavarshani tadayet. We'll take it as discipline, not hitting here. After 5 years, 10 years, discipline them. And then prapte tu shodashe varshe putram mitravad acharit. When they attain 16 years of age, treat them as your friends. Now these 16-year-olds, which I have one, are going to feel empowered completely. We want to keep them grounded and still let them find their wings. So the Sanskritam has an answer for that. My high school teacher always used to say this because we were in the same age, right? She used to say, Prapte tu shodashe varshe garda bopi apsara, she would say. Even a donkey will look like apsara. Don't inflate yourself. So, there is a grounding factor for everything. They let them fly. They give them equipment. And then they give them warnings. Yavanam dhana sampattihi prabhutvam avivekata. Ekaikam api anarthaya kim yatra chatushtayam. Yavanam, youth, dhana sampatti, affluence, which in this country we all have. And prabhutvam, lordship, everybody's prince and princess of their houses. Avivekata, yes. Prefrontal cortex is not fully developed at that age. So, that is by science, not by me, said by the science. So, altogether, ekaikam api anarthaya, each can be a disaster. What if all of them are together? Right? So now we'll give it to the kids first. So that way they give warnings, they give advice, and then how to conduct myself in this media age. We don't know how much to say, what not to say. Especially the kids, they are not given a direction. Shloka for that. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, na bruyat, satyam apriyam. Priyancha nanratam bruyat, yesha dharma sanatana. Say truth. Say what is favorable. Don't say truth which is not favorable. Don't say favorable but it is not the truth. It's such a delicate line. When we learn all these things, how can we falter? Right? There is no other way. Okay then, how about I relax? I have everything, I relax. Not really. Udyamena hi siddhyanti karyani na manorathaihi. Nahi suptasya simhasya pravishanti mukhe mrigaha. So he gives an example. He says, if a lion, I am the king of jungle, I am going to take a nap. Food come and fall in my mouth. Is it going to happen? Absolutely not. Get up and do your work. Intention, don't move mountains, right? So they give advice and problem solving techniques for every level. And then next comes, okay, I am at an earning level. Problem again, how am I supposed to deal with my wealth? Am I supposed to be a hoarder? Am I supposed to do something? What is my fine line there? Shloka again for that. So they say, Gauravam prapyate danat natu vittasya sanchayat. Payodana gatiruchaihi payodhina adogatihi. So we saw the words payoda and payodhi, right? Payoda is the clouds which give water. Payodhi is the reservoir or the ocean that holds the water. So what they are saying is, respect or a higher level position is attained by giving, just like the clouds. See, such a simple concept. We all see the clouds, the rain, everything all the time. But we do not relate it that way to a mundane thing, to something ethical and something valuable. They do that. Sanskritam does take something small into much more manifest state. They say you get Gauravam by giving, not by accumulating money. But that aspect is only one aspect, right? The same concept of rain and ocean, they flip it and they say Akashat patitam toyam yatha gacchati sagaram sarvadeva namaskaraha keshavam prati gacchati. So different aspect of the same rain and ocean. They are here saying all waters that fall from the sky has to flow into the ocean alone. All my noble deeds have to go towards that Saguna Brahman Keshava Swarupa only. So the one aspect can be presented in multiple ways. So this is the beauty of Sanskrit. There is no stopping saying, this is not told, this cannot be said. Similes for everything, examples for everything. Well, if they can't give examples, they have a way for that also. They say, Gaganam Gaganakaram, Sagara Sagaropamam, Rama Ramanayor Yuddham, Rama Ravanayor. So they say, sky is as big as the sky. In English it sounds so, like, yeah, limp, barely. But in Sanskrit it is so poetic and so energetic, right? Then Sagaraha Sagaropamaha, equivalent to ocean is ocean. Rama Ravana's fight is equal to Rama Ravana's fight. I don't have a simile. And that is, that is also said so beautifully. So the thing is, when we go to a river, I think a lot of them have either the ritual of taking bath in the ocean, or if you don't have the convenience, just take some and do prokshanam, right? Or some take a bath, some go swim, dive deep, do scuba diving, shell out pearls and stuff. Similarly in CIF, we can either do prokshana of Sanskrit, or we can taranam, we can swim, or nimajjanam, we can immerse. They have programs for all levels, which is very, very impressive. I think that is very essential, not just to save the world and save somebody else, to save ourselves. I think it's very essential for all of us to at least taste the sweetness of the water and then decide where we want to take it from there. And about the programs, Sundarji is going to sorry, Suresh.
I know my Facebook.
Yes, probably that's where I'm coming from. So Suresh is going to tell more in detail. And thank you all for giving me the opportunity to share my two thoughts. And good luck to all of you. Thank you. Hari Om.